I'm a little late today. It's 8:31. I'm just not getting on the markets. I had to take a shit. I ain't gonna lie. But we here, man. We ball. For the morning, coming in with news. 8:45 a.m. Chicago PMI. That's all we got. The rest of the week is, it's high impact news. Obviously, tomorrow, the Wednesday, got non-farm, unemployment, PMI Thursday. So the rest of the week we got red folders. Today we ain't got that much. It ain't that much to work with today. So if you is taking trades, obviously you want to be risk off, de-risk today, so they could just be setting up for the rest of the week. So you want to be careful. This 8:45 candle close. Price making the move back to the upside. I want to see what NASDAQ do to this 15-minute fair value gap. Is it going to respect it or run through it? Scrolling down to my 1 minute. I want to see what price do at this level. Maybe we could get sweep of this liquidity, inverse of this fair value gap. That'd be lit. I definitely enter shorts as soon as we get the inverse of this fair value gap. I'm not gonna lie. Dow Jones sweeping out these equal highs right here. I like it. You're gonna see. And this is kind of how I'm gonna start knowing what price action wants to do, because these is levels that's forcing price action to show me its hand. Like, what do you want to do? We have equal highs here. You are able to come grab liquidity. Are you trying to run or are you trying to sweep? It different. Check out ES. Inverse the fair value gap on ES. Didn't sweep out the high though. NASDAQ. Shit. NASDAQ not even close to sweeping out that high. ES got equal highs now. Even more. So I'm sure that price probably gonna take this. I'm not gonna lie. These look like equal highs. Or they are equal highs actually. But I'm still bearish. If I get this inverse, I'm taking that trade. So I kinda expecting price to get pushed up and take out these highs, which means they'll take out these highs and maybe give us another model. But like I said, if I get the inverse, I gotta press sell. 15-minute fair value gap. You got the 15-minute inverse up here as well. Price could also want to come take this inverse again. You never know. So that's also a possibility. The inverse before the move where it caused the inverse, we got a sweep of these highs right here and these highs right here. So sweep of liquidity, inverse fair value gap. Now you do got these highs. If I was to go long, I probably want to take those. Right now, I want to see what price do with these 15 minutes fair value gaps. And I'm bullish. I'm bearish. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. So here we go on S&P coming up to take out these highs. Like I said, these became equal highs. So I was expecting price to rise right here and take out those highs. I'm not shocked by that at all. All right. Feeling this 15-minute gap coming up to these highs, finna sweep out those highs, and that's gonna give us SMT as well when we sweep out those highs, because obviously we're not there yet. All right, bad. We got liquidity, 1 minute liquidity sweep. When this fair value gap me made, I mark it off, and we also got SMT. But if price keep rising, you probably want to look to take this trade on this, off of this 15-minute fair value gap. But like I said, if I get an inverse down here, I like what I'm seeing. I got the liquidity sweep that I want. Got the 1 minute fair value gap that I also want. What you got for me? If I get the field of this inverse, I'm taking it short. Alright, we in shorts. Stop loss at these highs right here. We gonna go for simple 2-1. We're getting a strong rejection. We could get stopped out. Good, like these lows. I'm gonna keep that 2-1 though. 15 minutes. Let that go this way. So, you see. I didn't put a take profit in. Look like we rising. Look like we nearing that stop loss. I'm not nervous. I'm not flustered. I'm not upset if I do hit stop loss, because this is a learning point for me to see what it is that I did wrong, maybe what I could do better. So it's all good if I did get stopped out. It's a $500 loss on this paper trading account. I'm up a couple thousand, so losses happen. Can't win them all. Most importantly, I want to make sure that I'm executing. Be able to look through, see what I did wrong and what I can improve in later on. That's what this video is for. Let me show the hoes love. I don't like looking at the take profit when I put the take profit on there, because I don't want to see how much I could potentially make, if that makes sense. Because then it make you start thinking about your winnings. I don't want to think about my winnings. If all I see is a loss right here, that's all I could think about right now is that loss. Except that L, bro. When you get your L, when you place your order and you place your stop loss, you need to know how much money you're losing. Be able to accept your L. This is me accepting my L. I placed my stop at these highs because I figured this high should hold up. This is the highest point I figured, which is why I placed my stop there, which is why I'm okay with price touching my stop, because if I'm wrong, I'd rather be wrong. I don't want to second guess myself. Price also inverse this fair value gap right here. So that's even more confirmation that we trying to go down, in my opinion. Now, if price created fair value gap here, I am expecting it to retrace back to the upside a little bit to fill that fair value gap whenever price does close. Like this, I'm expecting price to come back into this fair value gap and fill this fair value gap. Got the liquidity. Some people placing their orders right here. So now, if price do not reach this fair value gap before hitting my take profit, I'm gonna close this trade. But if it hits the fair value gap and keep going, then I'm gonna stay in, because just leaving runners, being able to get runners. That's all. But if I don't want to see retrace, I don't want to see a retrace. And like I said, I'm going for a 2-1. So I'm not going for these lows or none of that. I'm keeping it simple at a 2-1. And I want to be consistent with that. Oftentimes I try to go, you want to get the lows, you want to get this, you want to get that. Try to be consistent with my 2-1. Especially on a day like today. Not really much news. You don't really know what market wants to do. And at times like this is when it get hard as a trader because you're nearing your take profit. You don't know. Price don't have to hit my 2-to-1. Let's start there. It could very much be rising. It eventually stop me out. So price don't have to hit this 2-to-1 ratio. Price could reverse. And that's just a sad truth. That's just a sad truth. Now, personally, I'm gonna move my stop though to a little bit. I'm gonna move it to this candle because I don't want to see a disrespect of this fair value gap if price was to rise. What the fuck? I don't even know what this is saying, bro. I don't know what that's about. I'm trying to trade, man. Y'all here showing me some shit I don't care about. Look like price gonna try to go rise, maybe reach that fair value gap. If price hits this 2-to-1 before reaching that fair value gap, I'm closing this trade. Nah. Right. And we out, man. We out of this trade, man. The 2-to-1 was hit today, $1,070. Just a paper trading account. I think I'm on like February 25th is when I started paper trading on this account. So put that in perspective, bro. Today is March 31st. It's finna be April. Yeah, it's finna be April 1st tomorrow. So damn near a month for so. So it took me a month to raise 10 bands on a $50,000 account. That's not great, I know, but it's a progress for me, man. It shows me that I could be profitable. It shows me that I could trade, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit the right way, man. I noticed price swept this liquidity right here, right? And began and inverse the fair value gap. This is market open, inverse this fair value gap right before market open. Then that market open dumped. You know what I'm saying? 845 created a 15-minute fair value gap right here. And this is where this is an area, you know what I'm saying? I don't know price wants to drop here, but this is an area where something can happen at. So in this area, I mark it off that something can happen here, and I'll make myself available to be able to take a trade just in case something happens here. But I also have to be patient. Patient is key. You can't take a good trade if you ain't being patient, if you ain't following your plan. There's certain credentials that I gotta follow to be able to take this trade. Keep it 100 with y'all. So I see on my 1 minute, I got my 15-minute fair value gap. I'll go scroll down to my 1 minute to see what happens in that 15-minute fair value gap and try to make myself available to be able to take advantage, right? So I see a liquidity sweep right here on my 1 minute, right? The candles all bullish, very, very energetic candle right here, creating a fair value gap. But you see that it's failing to displace through these highs, also failing to displace through this 15-minute fair value gap. So my ideal, I want to see this fair value gap get inversed. There's a bullish fair value gap at first. I want to see it get inverse, right? So price dead, come down, inverse the fair value gap right here. I entered as soon as I seen it, didn't hesitate. I pulled that trigger. Did I get an immediate drawdown? Hell yeah. Did I win a trade? Hell yeah. I only went for a 2-to-1. You feeling confident? If you feeling like the man, you probably could have went for something like this. 6 to 1 5. You know what I'm saying? Price still on the way down, and it could possibly do it. But I was going for a 2-to-1. I don't give a damn what it do. I'm done for the day. I don't need to take more trades. Being disciplined, being constructed, if you would, and being ready. You feel me? But this is a good trading day, man. Appreciate whoever was watching. Hopefully y'all learned something. Maybe y'all could tell me what I did wrong. But till next time.